What's up, guys? Y'all come along with me. Let's see if we can harvest some fatwood, all right? I chose the day of the hurricane to come out here and do this because, I got off work a little bit early because of the storm coming in, and just so happens that I was closer to home than I've been in the last couple of months. So I decided to sneak over here real quick, but I've got to be quick about it because they're going to be closing the park here soon. But I found this stump a couple months ago when this tree had first fell. This is one of the areas I like to come out and hike and everything. There's 15, 16 plus miles of trails out here, which is pretty cool. You can really get lost in an adventure and all. But I found this stump, and it was freshly that it was kind of laid over, and they kind of had to cut it and get it down. So I've been letting it sit here, and hopefully the fatwood would cure. And I just snapped this little piece off right here. I don't know if you can see it. Try to get it in there right up here. Just that tip. That nice, like, orange glow to it. Well, that's just a little piece of fatwood right there. And it smells so good. So, since I got to be quick about this, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a little bit of a power tool here. And we're going to try to see if we can get into the center of this and how much I can harvest out of here. All right, stay tuned. I just got ran off. I was told I needed to leave. Yeah, they were closing, but apparently they were kicking out everybody a bit earlier, but it's cool. Like I said, I chose today to come do this because I'm a little bit closer to home, and I got off work a bit early, but storm coming, yeah, no big deal. So I did get a few things. I didn't get all that I wanted. There's still plenty more inside that trunk. No, not the trunk, but the stump that's there. So I can always go back and get more. And real quick, I had cut off a couple of branches off of another tree, which is another way to find fatwood. So let's go on home now and start trying to clean this up and process and see what kind of good chunks of fatwood we got. All right, stand by, y'all. Okay, so a little bit off camera, I kind of went ahead and cleaned this up because it was a massive chunk I was able to get. I couldn't clean it up there, so I had to just clear out, what wasn't exactly what I wanted. What wasn't exactly fatwood. So I cleaned it out. I got a couple of good little chunks out of it, and just real quick in a pinch because I was kind of getting ran out of there, I went and cut off a branch section at the bottom of the pine tree. So that should give me a little bit of good fatwood out of that, which that's two good ways of finding fatwood from pine trees. Would be the broken off stump. I get right down to the core of that, into the center. Or pine trees with very low branches. Once they die, all the resin goes back towards the base of the tree and soaks in right there at the first couple of inches of that branch. So you can cut that off and get some decent fatwood out of it. Okay? So, oh, that's my dog. What are you doing, Open? What's up, boy? What are you doing? What you doing? You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? That's one of my goofballs. That's one of my goofballs. Yeah, big boy. All right, go. Go find your sister. Go on, go find your lug. Get her. When the dogs get enough outside time before this hurricane comes through. Okay, so where was I before my dog came over and got me all distracted? All right, so we're gonna harvest this. So we kind of gotta trim it away, get down to where the actual good fatwood is, which is gonna be more towards the center. And yeah, so you gotta, baton it away, clean it up, and all that. Just to show you real quick, just a couple of these little loose pieces that actually broke off. This is the core of that branch that I hadn't gotten off. Not sure if you can see it, but it has a nice and beautiful like amber color. It's still a little sticky, which is okay. It's just extra sap that'll continue to soak in and be all right. Just let it sit for a while. It's still good. But that's one way you can tell that you got fatwood, is because it has that nice amber color, and then it smells like a pine potpourri. All right, like my truck right now smells like it was in the old Pine Sol commercials from the 90s. Y'all remember those? You know, that sweet, awesome little lady that was up there was like, "That's the power of Pine Sol, baby." Yeah, my truck smells like that right now. Just cool. I don't mind. So, yeah, that's a good way. And it's always a lot harder. See if I can get that sound on here. That's what the pine sap does, or the resin. That's what that does when it really soaks down into it. It hardens the wood. So, this is a piece of pine 2x4. I'm going to use this to help me baton, but you hear the difference? So, now, we're going to do a little batoning here. We're going to try to get this. I got a little bit of decent fatwood in here. We're going to try to get out here. It's not the best piece because it's kind of fatwoods, mixed softwood, fatwood, kind of in layers, which is okay. That's what you end up with. It's okay. Yeah, like that. Ooh, that's another one. That's another good piece right there. That is all fatwood right on down there. Still a little sticky right there, but that is another good piece of fatwood. That is solid fatwood right there. That's another good one. So, all right. So we'll baton this down. We'll get this down into chunks. Like I said, you kind of want to clean this up. So you clean off the sides and everything. Get down to the core. This is still kind of soft. Like I said, it's kind of layered. You can see that. You got a little bit of resin in there. So you got fatwood, softwood, fatwood, softwood. Like I said, I got what I could from the stump of the tree. And then from the branch, we'll see what we can get in there. I think yeah, a little bit. Right there is pretty good. So we'll get that all cleaned up. So let's baton this down. Let's clean this up a little bit. See if we can get some decent little fatwoods out of it. I'm going to be using my BK2, or the Becker Companion, that's what it's called. I've had this for a little bit. I haven't used it all that much. You know, I'm kind of still feeling it out because my main little go-to knife was the BK7, which is, you know, it's not as thick as this, but it's 7 inches long, and you know, it still did pretty good. You know, it was a bit lighter, but it had more length to it. But I'm gonna go with this. You know, do a little more testing on it, see how it does. You know, I might swap out from the 7 to the Companion here. So let's see how this goes. Okay, couple good whacks, not too much effort, went on through pretty good. Now, I don't know if y'all can really see that, but you see that right there? That is good fatwood. So we'll clean this up just a little bit more. I might try batoning right here just to see if there's any more inside there. If I had a little more time, I would have been able to get down to the core of that tree stump a little more. But hey, do what you got to do, right? It's okay. So not bad. You kind of see the stripes in there. It looks like layers, which exactly what that is. That is like fatwood, softwood, fatwood, softwood, which is okay. It's okay if you have this. This still works. Okay. You know, the fatwood lights the wood, you know, better than the regular wood, but there's still trace amounts of sap and resin inside there. So that's still good to carry. And now let's try this this branch here. Let's see. Try that. Alright, so made it through the branch. There wasn't too much in there. You know, this was the top side of the branch. The other earlier pieces that I had shown you, that was the core and the underside. But there's still a little bit right there. You see that color change? So, see if I can try to split it right there, get past this knot right here. That should be a good piece of fat wood to carry in your pack. So yeah, so after that one there, that's all fat wood from there down all the way through. There is still some of the softer pine on the outside, but that's okay. You can still scrape that off and still use it. Good chunk of fat wood and a ferro rod. You shouldn't have any issues getting a fire started. So I'm going to use my trusty old Leatherman signal that comes with a small emergency ferro rod. Just to show you how easy this is. So with the back of the saw blade there, it's got a nice 90-degree little spine there. I'm going to shave off a little bit. Now, you can take the actual knife and make shavings like a feather stick if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. Because using the back of your knife with the 90-degree spine, I get shavings coming off, but it makes nice, fluffy little curls. So, but to each their own. You want to make shavings, you want to make little floof balls, go for it. Now, once you have enough shavings to your heart's content, however many you desire, you just take the ferro rod and you throw some sparks on it. And just like that, it lights and it burns good. Fat wood and a ferro rod can never go wrong. So, put that out. Won't cause any fires. You have it, folks. Fat wood. How to find it, how to harvest it, how to use it. Get out there, get you some, get it in your pack, make a little Altoids survival kit, fit it in there. It's an amazing, all-natural fire starter. You can't go wrong with having it. Like I said, ferro rod and a piece of fat wood, so no issues lighting a fire. So, with that being said, like, subscribe, share. Every like and subscriber helps tremendously. So if you're seeing this, make sure y'all go ahead and do that. Strongman Survival, out. We'll see you after this hurricane.